All right, let's get right into this. We got our hands on a pretty incredible document, a full-blown market activation strategy for a company called BlackWeb. And listen, this isn't just about moving a product. It's about how to build a movement from the ground up. So today we're going to deconstruct their entire playbook piece by piece and see exactly how they're planning to do it. And really, it all boils down to this one huge question. How do you take an idea, especially a complex one about finance, ownership, and freedom, and turn it into a global community of people who truly believe in it? That is one of the toughest nuts to crack in business, period. In this document, it's basically the answer key. So think of this as an exclusive behind the scenes look at their blueprint. We're going to see the strategy, the psychology behind it, and the raw nitty-gritty tactics they're using to build momentum from absolute zero. Okay, first things first. We need to understand what this document actually is. This isn't some dusty business plan that sits on a shelf. No, this is a weapon. It's a very targeted response designed to fix very specific problems they were having. In this quote right here, it says it all. They're not just guessing what to do. They did their homework. They analyze their biggest weaknesses, major gaps in how they reach people, how they build a real community, and how they actually turn casual interest into real action. This entire strategy is the fix. It's all about sealing those leaks to build some serious momentum. So who are they even trying to reach with all this? This right here is where it gets super interesting. They aren't focused on the usual stuff. Demographics like age or where you live. Nope. They're targeting a mindset, a belief system. They're going after someone they call the sovereign individual. And here's the official definition straight from the playbook. The sovereign individual isn't tied to one country. It's a global tribe. These are people who've just lost faith in the old way of doing things, and they are actively out there looking for something new, something that gives them back control. And what I love is how they break down the psychology of this person. First, they value autonomy. They're allergic to centralized control. Next, they're trailblazers, always looking for what's next. They're the builders and the early adopters. They're also deeply intellectually curious. They're drawn to the big philosophical ideas. And finally, they've got a global mindset. Their home is the internet. You see, this is a profile built on what you believe, not where you're from. So what does that look like in the real world? Well, it's people like this. You've got your crypto OGs, the ones who got in way back when. You've got your classic gold bugs who trust hard assets over paper money. You have libertarians, digital nomads building businesses from their laptops, and even high net worth individuals who are looking for smarter ways to protect what they've built. It's a really diverse crew, but they are all connected by that same core belief system. Okay, so you've identified this global tribe. That's one thing. But how do you actually speak to them in a way that resonates no matter where they are in the world? Well, BlackWeb broke this down into a super smart 3-tiered global attack. Just look at the precision here. It's brilliant. For tier 1 countries like India and the US, places with massive crypto adoption, the message is aspirational. It's time to upgrade your crypto game. For tier 2, the big wealth hubs like the UAE and Switzerland, the message is all about sophistication. Pust, your portfolio is incomplete. And then for tier 3, countries like Turkey and Argentina that have been ravaged by inflation, the message is pure survival. Your currency is failing. Here's your escape hatch. It's the same exact product, but framed in 3 totally different ways based on what people are actually experiencing. Now, a great strategy needs an even better story. It's not enough to just throw facts at people. You have to take them on a journey. And that's exactly what BlackWeb planned, structuring their entire content strategy like a 5-act play. And the whole point of this narrative is crystal clear. It's designed to methodically walk a person from, I didn't even know there was a problem, all the way to, I'm part of this movement. It's a sales funnel, but it's disguised as a really compelling story. And here are the 5 acts. Act 1, the glitch, makes you realize the system is broken. Act 2, the awakening, shows you that you're not alone. Other people see it too and are looking for answers. Act 3 introduces their product as the synthesis, the perfect solution. Act 4, the engine pops the hood and shows you exactly how it all works. And finally, Act 5 is the invitation, a clear, direct call to join the revolution. It's just a masterful way to build a case step by step. All right, so we've got the high-level strategy and the story they're telling. Now it's time to get into the weeds, the ground-level tactical playbook. How are they actually going to pull all of this off? Remember that quote from the beginning about the gaps? Well, their deep dive found 3 critical leaks in their growth engine, distribution, community, and conversion. Basically, they were making stuff nobody saw. They had followers, but no real tribe, and they were getting interest, but had no way to convert it. So here's exactly how they decided to fix each one. Leak number 1, distribution on X, which used to be Twitter. They were basically shouting into the void. I mean, think about it. Over 1,200 posts to only 84 followers. Ouch. The fix, a 2-part reset. First, a pinned start here thread that acts as the perfect front door for anyone new. Second, a daily engagement protocol. Go find 10 relevant conversations and add 20 thoughtful replies. The takeaway, stop broadcasting, start engaging. Leak number 2, community. They had followers, but no home base, no place for them to gather. So the fix is to launch a Discord server, but the really clever part is how they're launching it. And they're giving first access exclusively to their most loyal early supporters. This does 2 things. It rewards the true believers, and it creates this powerful sense of FOMO that makes everybody else want in. Then you add weekly rituals to build a real community rhythm. Smart. And the final leak, conversion. Their old setup was just a single untracked link. It was a total dead end. So now they're building a real conversion machine. It starts with an optimized landing page with 1 super clear call to action, secure your place. Then a 3-part automated email sequence kicks in to welcome, educate, and nurture every single person who signs up. No more lost leads. And the final piece of the puzzle, they needed a catalyst, a single event to pour gasoline on this whole fire. And that's the upcoming release of their official white paper. But they're not just calling it a white paper. No, they're framing it as the blueprint for a new economy. That framing creates massive anticipation and gives every other tactic a single huge event to point towards. But how do you know if any of this is actually working? It all comes down to focus. Sure, they'll track secondary things like Discord members and Twitter followers, but everything, and I mean everything, serves one primary KPI, waitlist signups, and that's it. That is the one number that tells them if they're winning or losing. So when you put it all together, the deep psychographic targeting, the custom tailored global messaging, the 5-act story, and the tactical execution, you just have to step back and ask, is this just a really smart marketing plan for one company, or are we looking at something bigger? Could this be the new blueprint for how you build dedicated, passionate online nations in the 21st century?